You can run around as a Warden from For Honor and use For Honor inspired weapons in Assassin's Creed Origins right now. But are these weapons any good? Let's do a review in this video. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. The Warden outfit is really awesome, transforming you into the knight from Ubisoft's competitive sword fighting game. And that is something completely different if we compare it to the other outfits that are in Assassin's Creed Origins. Okay, maybe the gladiator outfit comes close, but it's still different compared to most of the armors in the game. As noted by Bayek on Twitter, the outfit does glitch a little bit when using your Predator bow, so hopefully they fix that. But the outfit looks really cool on the new Hammer of Ptah mount that you can get in the Hidden Ones DLC. The outfit is available for everyone if you have a Ubisoft Club account, so go to the Ubisoft Club section of the game, go to rewards and spend 40 Ubisoft Club units. If you then go back to the game, it should be there. There are also 4 For Honor inspired weapons available in the Helix store, but they also should be in the Heka chest with the new update 1.21. If you got one of them, please let me know in the comments down below. So during my trip to Ubisoft Montreal, I got the chance to interview Bruno, the post-launch content director on the game, and I asked him about this For Honor content as well. Like, how did this came to be? Well, pretty interesting because, of course, the team of For Honor is in the same building as most of the team from Assassin's Creed Origins. So they kind of talked, and of course, since Assassin's Creed Origins includes a ton of sword fighting, it kind of made sense to bring some For Honor items into the game. So I'm really a samurai fan in For Honor, like all those characters in terms of look the most. So I asked maybe if there would be a samurai outfit coming as well, or maybe a Viking outfit, and sadly this is not planned as of now. Maybe because the next Assassin's Creed game will feature Vikings or samurais, so they kind of want to save it. I see what you did there, Ubisoft. Okay, going back to the things we have now, we got a new cursed weapon, but let's first start with the sword, the Tempest Blade, and this one is from the Knight in For Honor. Coming in at a quality of 103 on level 45, we got the standard critical hit rate on level 2 and a full adrenaline regeneration perk. So that means that your adrenaline bar fills while you are just retreating. So that's really nice, since the overpower attack of the regular sword is pretty good, especially in combination with the health on hit legendary perk. Since even if the enemies do not die from your overpower attack, if you for example play on the nightmare difficulty, you can still easily start a combo when the opponent is trying to recover, and then you also get health back in the process. This is really a regular sword for people that prefer a more passive style of play, engage when needed or when you got an overpower attack ready. Health on hit is really one of the best perks on a regular sword in my opinion. Other swords that have this perk are the Coast of Rusicada, but it has pretty bad perks, and of course the Hercules Gladius that can obviously beats the Tempest Blade in my opinion. Maybe when against shield enemies, the Tempest Blade can be better because of the more frequent use of the overpower attack, but overall the Hercules Gladius is a better pick for overall damage because the combo multiplier and the critical hit rate, it is better than the adrenaline regeneration, I would say. The samurai is totally my favorite faction, like I said in For Honor, so it's cool that we also get a samurai inspired weapon in the game. It's called the Ippei Blade, and yes, if you are familiar with the stats of the Mustafa's Blade in Assassin's Creed Origins, then you know that this is a direct copy, but a better one, with both the critical hit rate perk and the bleeding on hit rate perk being one level higher than on the Mustafa's Blade. Both weapons also have the instant charging perk, making this a really aggressive blade that is really nice against shield enemies or just overall against enemies that are eager to engage. You can easily throw them on the ground and attack them, having a 40% increased chance for a critical hit and 30% chance that the enemy gets bleeding damage. And in my experience, that like almost always happens. So a really nice blade, and oh, it looks pretty cool as well. We also got a cursed weapon, always fun to have a new one, especially if it's for a weapon category that did not have a cursed weapon before, the Heavy Blade. If you watch my previous videos on weapons, then you know that I've become a huge lover for the Heavy Blade thanks to the attack and push ability, so that ability is already really strong, causing you to do a ton of strikes really rapidly. So doing that with a cursed weapon where you deal double the amount of damage in exchange for 2 of the 3 health bars, curse is pretty crazy. The problem though with a heavy blade is that you have to be pretty aggressive to get a good amount of damage in, and on a high difficulty you die in 1 or 2 strikes. So you got to be careful when using this cursed weapon. So that's why a cursed heavy blade doesn't really work, and the critical hit damage and the adrenaline on hurt perk also do not really help with the overall power of the weapon. Never a big fan of the adrenaline on hurt, and on a cursed weapon it's not great because on the nightmare difficulty, for example, you can only get hit once before you die. And without having a high crit chance, having the critical hit damage doesn't really matter, and also because you almost kill all the enemies in one blow anyway, even on the nightmare difficulty. As I already showed you earlier in this video though, it's pretty good against bosses that have a lot of health, so you can just keep hitting them, deal a ton of damage. But overall it's not a great weapon. Totally fun to use to feel like a badass until you get killed. Fun thing to note though is that the quality level of this weapon is the highest I've ever seen in the game, 106. I know that cursed weapons always get some high quality level even if the perks are not really good. Last but not least is a pretty awesome shield from For Honor, the Imelda shield, with range resistance perk on level 3, decreasing your range damage by 40%, and also a damage absorption rate on level 3, giving you 30% chance to absorb 30% of the incoming damage. So yes, looking at the common perks, it's kind of a worse version of the Compendium shield, but it has a better legendary perk in my opinion. The Poison on Block, giving you a 20% chance to give poison to enemies that touch your shield. And I think that's better than the Bleeding on Block perk, dealing more damage and also causing enemies to sometimes stop to be stunned. And of course, when the enemy is dead, the poison might spread to other enemies it touches. So good stuff overall. I never really used Poison on Block on a shield. We only got the Valangit shield that is not really good because it has a parry perk, and I'm not a real big fan of that, so I might be using this For Honor shield instead, thanks to the Poison on Block, and it also looks pretty awesome. So the Samurai regular sword is really good. The other sword with health on hit is pretty nice as well, but there are better ones. The shield is a really good option, and the heavy blade is just fun to use, but not really good at all. But of course, in combination with the outfit, it really fits. It's really cool that they add For Honor content to the game. What do you think of the weapons and of the outfit? Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe for way more Assassin's Creed Origins content. There's way more stuff coming in February as well. I will cover it all. And of course, like this video to support the channel. Check my video of the full rundown of patch 1.21, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.